Hi, my name is Ryan Chou, and I'm part of the Serious Games with AI program this year. I want to join BeaverWorks again to continue exploring remaining questions I had when I participated last year. Last year, my team, Team Merzombie, worked on an ambulance rescue game where the user had to balance multiple values, such as morale and health, to maximize survival. We also trained a PPO reinforcement learning model to maximize lives saved in the game. But during development, we also talked a lot about making the game user interface more usable. This ranged from converting the analog clock to digital, to refreshing color palettes, redesigning buttons, and giving the game a simplified brand identity. Following that summer, I found myself a lot more interested in design, and I fell in love not only with the process of developing accessible interfaces, but interviewing and discussing with people in my community to create projects that truly represented them. My research this year focuses on AI's capability in evaluating digital UI design. More specifically, how we can analyze interactions over multiple screens and assess functional and cognitive complexity. UI feedback is crucial as designers iterate tools and interactions. For example, A/B testing is a continuously used tool in the industry, precisely because of the involvement of real users. While research has been conducted in evaluating AI's ability to evaluate UI purely from screenshots, there remains potential in analyzing the interactions that bring a user interface together, such as button presses and screen transitions. Because large language models have been shown to have extraordinary capabilities when working with sequences of images and text, especially logical ones like the ones we're inputting, I want to examine the feasibility of LLMs creating UI interactions over multiple iterations of prompts and methods of sampling. To find results, I used Python and Figma to generate and encode data and conducted qualitative analysis to find patterns from the interviewees and the LLM output. So the figure on the screen right now shows a simple depiction of the process I used. So we start with a collage image of the UI flow, and this is constructed in Figma and consists of screenshots from various apps and websites. Each action that a user takes is highlighted in a red box. And from there, we get three different outputs. One is a direct LLM prompt with the image. The second is the interview response from our selected humans. And lastly is another LLM prompt, but this time there's an additional image to text abstraction that happens in between. This research especially matters to me because of the high barrier to entry in UI development. Because of the expensive costs needed and unclear guidelines, many websites are not user-friendly and fail to even meet basic accessibility requirements. In fact, the recent WebAIM Million report found that 95.9% of the top 1 million homepages fail to meet WCAG. Let me show you what I mean. This website has over 30 images without alt text, over 10 empty links, and numerous contrast errors. I hope that my work can help aspiring and current designers to be more informed on the capability of artificial intelligence to aid in UI UX development, as well as call attention to websites and the lack of UI regulation. This was one of my first times doing formal research, so I learned a lot about reading past work, collecting data, analyzing results, and documenting my progress. I definitely want to continue working with this topic in the future and develop a more nuanced analysis involving multiple different models and a variety of prompts. I especially want to thank my mentors, Dr. Robert Cedar and Joe Kurukar, for their support and advice throughout the entire process. This summer has made me deeply consider doing research in the future and pursuing research positions when I'm older. As cliche as it sounds, it has really been an eye-opening experience, and I know that I'll be able to use the skills I've gained this summer to continue pursuing my future goals. Thank you.